Hi guys, I'm just popping on real quick. It's not going to be a full-length vlog, but I wanted to put up a video because I've been trying to keep a schedule with the videos, and just a lot been going on. Just want to pop up why there wouldn't be like a vlog today. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know my dad had to go into the hospital last Friday, which was the last video I had was from Friday when I went to the estate sale, and he'd been complaining of back pain. And then Saturday morning when I was going to go to the theme park, and about 5:30 or so, he said he needed to go to the hospital because he was in so much pain. So called 911, went to the hospital. We're there for about 4 hours. They couldn't find anything, no break or infection or anything, so sent us home. He fell that afternoon. During the night he fell, and then yesterday he fell again. I couldn't get him up. Called 911, and they came out to pick him up, and they said, well, he doesn't seem hurt, so they left. So because he'd been in the hospital or be in the emergency room on Saturday, they have this program, I guess, where you can opt in for them to text you to see how you're doing for like once a week for a month. So this was yesterday morning. I got the text, the weekly text, and how are you doing? And I'm answering, bad. Is the pain worse? Yes. Have you taken any Falls? Yes. And about 5 minutes later, they called, and it was a nurse, and I went through everything with her, and she said, okay, you need to call 911. He needs to go back to the hospital. I'm like, I know, but I might, because here's the thing. I've now called 911 already twice. Nothing came of it. Because to me, like, you shouldn't call 911 willy-nilly. So I'm already feeling like I don't want to call. But she says, no, absolutely. He's getting worse. His pain is worse. He was up all night long, sundowning. I didn't sleep. He didn't sleep. He was constantly trying to get out of bed, even though he can't walk. It was a nightmare. I mean, I was just done. I was at my breaking point. And she said, no, you cannot do this. We got to get him back to the hospital. So called 911 again. They took him back to the hospital, where we were in the ER for like 7 hours. Utter hell. If you've ever been to the ER, you know, you just wait and wait and wait. And of course he was cranky, and I want to go home. Then he started trying to get out of bed again. He said he had to go to the bathroom. He couldn't go back. I mean, it was just hell. It was hell. Finally got up to a room. And so he's in a room now with all the alarms and the rails and all the monitoring, and finally felt comfortable, you know, leaving him. And he was safe there. Came home, slept for 12 hours, which I haven't slept straight in years. I did have a few starts in the night because I could have sworn I heard him calling for help. But otherwise, I just slept. And let me tell you what, oh my gosh. Could have slept another 12 hours. Dog slept with me. We were all exhausted because he'd been up the past 2 nights, actually. He'd been kind of up for 48 hours with, you know, sundowning and trying to get up and all the things. So I just got back from there this morning, where now he's completely conked out. Completely tired, conked out, sleeping, which is great. Palliative care came, then hospice care came, the doctor. So that's where we are now, they're like, well, when this is all said and done, is he going to need palliative care or hospice care? But I'm like, it is too soon to make these decisions. We need to figure out what's going on here, if it is actually something. So far, the x-rays haven't found anything, but they're going to do a CT scan or an MRI, depending. He has a pain pump, so it's one or the other that they can run through the machine, just to see if there's something else in the back that they've missed, an infection, like an abscess or something. And then it will be getting him stable enough to see if he can be moved to skilled nursing to get rehabilitation enough to come back home. And at that point, then it's going to be, does he need palliative care, which is help with quality of life, or hospice care, which you mostly know is more end of life. Even though here's the problem. If he doesn't have a specific diagnosis, like obviously a lot of people with cancer, if they're dying, they go on hospice. So they have cancer, they're going to stop chemo. You know they're not going to make it. Hospice. It's going to be the hospice representative was like, she doesn't know because maybe it should be palliative. Palliative says hospice. Hospice is palliative. Like, I'm like, we can figure that out later. So that's where we are. He is in the hospital. Today is Thursday. He's sleeping. And that's where we are. So, yeah, I am exhausted still, but I feel a lot more relief because he is safe there and I'm getting a break. But, yeah, I just wanted to come on and kind of tell you guys that because I don't know if videos or anything are coming, and that's the least of my worries, and I know you guys understand too, but I did want to come on and just give a little update. And I am updating on Instagram. If you follow me there, my Instagram's linked below. So yeah, that is what's going on. But fortunately, like I said, he's safe at the hospital. He's being looked after. And we're just going to have to kind of take it day by day. He's had times like this before where we thought it was over and he popped back up and was fine. But the problem really is the weakness in his legs and the pain in his back. It's just it's been getting worse, the weakness over the past year. And if he can't, I told them he has got to at least be able to get out of bed and go to the bathroom on his own for him to come home. I cannot lift him. I cannot do that. So, and they all understood that. They were all like, you've been doing way too much. You cannot keep doing this. No, 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 no. You've gone above and beyond. Because I feel guilty. And honestly, he kind of makes me feel guilty too if I ever talk about getting help and not even like a nursing home, but just getting help. No, you can do it. And I can't. I am at my wit's end. My body is aching. And they all said the same thing. Every doctor, nurse, therapist, social worker, you're going to get hurt. You're going to hurt yourself. You cannot do this way. We got to make some changes. So if nothing else, at least it's set into motion. Hopefully some things happening with services. But, and now that he's like in the hospital system, that just opens up a lot more. And yeah, so that's where we are. I just want to give you an update. Don't know when I'll have another video, but like I said, I'm on Instagram. My link is below. So yeah, thank you guys for listening to my little update here. I hope everything's going well for you wherever you are. Don't fall down. Don't fall down 3 times after being in the hospital 1 time. That's not good. That's not a good plan, Papa. I don't know what he's thinking. He wasn't thinking. He was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Boy, I went up last night and he was telling stories. He had gone out to eat, and the waitress asked him if he needed to get any drugs to give to me. I mean, he was telling all kinds of things. So it is kind of funny when he gets like this, the sundowning. As long as he's contained and he can't get himself hurt, then he's telling all these crazy stories. Several years back when he was sundowning in the hospital, he had like 3 nights of being awake, and he ran an entire Saturday Night Live show. And then later, he did a entire 3-hour movie production set. I mean, it was epic. I didn't have camera phones back then, but man, I wish we did, because you would not believe it. He ran an entire Saturday Night Live show like he was, a stagehand or something. Live from New York at Saturday Night. He doesn't even watch Saturday Night Live. Crazy. But anyway, thank you guys for watching and for all the support and everything. And I will see you sometime back here. Bye.